It was a chill morning in Wittenberg, 1517. The town was quiet, save for the distant echo of brisk footsteps. Martin Luther, a monk and university professor, carried with him a tattered piece of parchment covered with carefully penned sentences, 95, to be exact. His hands trembled not from the cold, but with conviction. Luther approached the heavy wooden doors of the castle church. Above him, gargoyles watched with stone indifference as he fumbled for a hammer and a nail. Each step felt irreversible. Behind him, his friend Philip Melanchthon lingered in the shadow, unsure whether to intervene or witness history. With resolute force, Luther fixed the manuscript to the door. The sound of the hammer, just one strike, in truth, but symbolically 1,000, rang out, echoing far beyond the church grounds. The 95 Theses challenged church practices, especially the sale of indulgences, questioning the spiritual legitimacy of buying salvation. The townspeople gathered as word spread. First, only curious students and merchants paused to read the Latin script. Then the clergy, feeling the barb of accusation, came forward in dispute. By sundown, rumor had crossed city lines, carried by traders, scholars, and dissenters alike. At the Vatican, the Pope raged at the challenge, sending envoys to silence the uprising. The church scrambled to contain Luther's ideas, but they flowed through printing presses like wildfire. Pamphlets in German soon reached peasants who had never read a word about God in their native tongue. Luther became both hero and heretic. Secret supporters began to flood Wittenberg, risking excommunication for a glimpse of the rebellious professor. Meanwhile, powerful princes debated, should they embrace Luther's doctrine or crush his movement? One night, under candlelight, Luther pored over letters from ordinary folk, farmers, wives, soldiers, hungry for spiritual reform and freedom from religious taxation. He realized that the trembling in his hand was not fear, but the weight of responsibility for millions. As tension mounted, dramatic moments unfolded. In Worms, Luther stood before the emperor, refusing to recant. When threatened, he declared, "Here I stand, I can do no other." Every eye in the hall saw not just a monk, but a man resolved to change the course of Christianity forever. The Reformation fractured Western Christendom. New Protestant churches arose, challenging centuries-old traditions. Fierce arguments and wars would ensue.